Good morning, everybody. Good morning. No, we're not going to use the bomb.
Just reminding you to have a ball.
Yeah. Actually, that's what I want to talk about this morning. Welcome to the 6 a.m. Swingers Club Kettlebell Training with Sensei David Hills.
Coach Kevin McLaughlin.
And we are here on this Tuesday morning, but I want to talk about this really quickly. And good morning to everybody that's tuning in. So happy to have you here. So happy to have the support. But what I want to ask you is have you guys ever overslept? Well, I overslept a bit. I usually get up a little bit earlier before we do this, obviously, to kind of wake up. But I overslept, and luckily I woke up automatically at the right time. But how do you handle that? Like, do you get up and are you in a bad mood because you overslept? Are you mad at yourself? Are you in a hurry? Are you anxious? Are you like, oh my God, I got to get going? So life is really all about how you handle those types of things. But my real message this morning that came to me when I awoke and I did my Facebook post. And if you haven't checked out my Facebook, I do a quote and a post every single morning. And the post this morning was about, there are people that did not get the opportunity to wake up to their lives this morning. One of my friends is one of those people that passed away this weekend. I don't even think, he might have been in his early 30s, very young guy, and he passed away this weekend. I'm not sure the details, which totally doesn't matter, but the point is he didn't have the opportunity to wake up and live his life this morning. He had his whole life ahead of him. I just want to reiterate that it's so important that we don't take this for granted, that we don't take the life that we have, the ups and the downs and the backwards and the forwards for granted. We are so fortunate to be able to wake up every morning and to be able to spread a message of love and hope and happiness to other people and to work out and to enjoy life. So my message was work hard, play hard, love hard, take care of your body, eat good foods, but enjoy what you're doing. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, then you need to change what you're doing because you only get one life. This isn't a test run. This is your life. If you remember 10 years ago, what you were doing 10 years ago, it seems like yesterday. So take the chance. I've taken a lot of chances in the past year. I quit my 15-year job and I became an entrepreneur. I help people with trauma and addiction recovery. It was a path that I couldn't see where I was going at the time when I wanted to do, but it's my passion. And so I took steps to do that. And even if you're saying to yourself, well, I have kids at home, I want to wait, you can still take those steps towards the things that you really love to do. I just can't even say it enough. And you'll see that a lot in my posts because I just believe that so much. And it's so true. And as David and I head up into our 50s, I'm heading up towards 60, as I always say. It's so important to those of you who are younger, or even those of you who are older like I am, to live every single day with gusto and fervor. And so that's my speech today. Anyway, so happy to have you here this morning. What are we going to be working on?
We're just going to be working on kettlebell this morning, I thought.
Wow, that's great, since this is a kettlebell workout.
No, we're just working on trying to put it all together. There's so much of this stuff to, once you have the basics, there's a lot of variations. So, we're just continue to go over more advanced variations of our techniques.
All right. So I guess now that we've done the speech and everybody's awake and we've gone over that, we can get started on
get a little bit of warm up in
training today.
Move our kettlebell aside. Let's start with some bouncing.
Both of us.
Your arms going.
So you want to keep your body loose. Keep your shoulders loose. And it's basically dropping your shoulders down and just doing a light bounce. And if you can't bounce, you can kind of just stand still and do this. But this relaxes your body and I'll reiterate what Mike Chang has a workout called flow training. And basically, if your body is relaxed and you can get your body to relax, even under stressful situations, you teach your body how to stay relaxed all day long so that you're not all tensed up if something happens. Your body knows how to stay relaxed because we teach it.
Shaking water off your arms.
Again, you want to keep your arms relaxed. You want to start with your pinkies up and just, it's like shaking water off your hands. And you just want to shake. And this also teaches your body how to stay relaxed, even under stress or heavy loads.
One forward and one back. Switch.
This is a great side stretch. Lats, yeah, this one feels good.
Work on your lockout position.
It's the body moving a little bit before we start with the heavy kettlebells. Get your shoulders, the synovial fluid, your shoulders going.
Rotate.
And then, same thing, keep your arms relaxed and move your body. You notice how David is moving his legs. He's keeping one foot forward and the other one just moving at the hips. As you're tapping your body with your hands, keeping your arms loose, it wakes up all of the little circuits and energy flows in your body and on your skin. You can tap different areas, like your arms. And body tapping is another. Some people do their whole body tapping like this. That's another really good thing to do first thing in the morning. It literally gets your body woken up.
A little higher.
And maybe we can do some body tapping as well.
Lower body.
So you just want to take your fist or your hands, and you just want to tap your body. You can go as light or as hard as you wish. If your body is feeling sore or tender somewhere, you can go a little bit lighter. Or I like to do my fist and just start from the bottom, the ankles, and just go all the way up your body. Whatever you cannot reach, don't worry about it. Then you don't need to. You can do your whole lower body. And then your stomach. This gets your intestines moving. You can do all the way up to your chest, your neck and shoulders. This actually feels so good. It's like giving yourself a body massage every day. It wakes up your blood and your everything in your body that has so many good aspects to it. And you can do this every single day, or even more than once a day if you want to. It feels really good. And then you can actually do the top of your head. This is one of my favorite parts, is the head. And you go all the way on the top, all the way down the back to the base of the neck, to the front, to the prefrontal cortex in the front. And it just wakes everything up. You go to the side of your face and your ears. And you can actually do your face. You just lightly tap your face. There's so many different nerves and nerve endings in your face.
All right.
It's great for your.
It's good for a lot of things, actually.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our teacups. Hold the hands on the front. Imagine you have teacups in your hand. Bring one back behind you.
You should do this with a cup.
Yep, this is definitely a good one to do with a cup. Not your favorite cup. Second and 3 times. And the other way.
This actually looks really cool. And David can do this actually really fast with cups. So it's kind of a cool thing to learn how to do, like if you're at a party.
Great party trick, yes.
And, you know, this looks really cool when you're going fast.
Other hand.
It's actually not difficult, but when you're doing it fast with cups, it looks like it's like some magic trick that you're doing. And of course, if you're drinking alcohol, it would be even more interesting. But this feels really good on my sides and just getting everything all stretched out. That's so good.
Right.
And I didn't break
Clasp your hands behind
I didn't
you.
break my cups.
Arch your back. Lift. Now you're going to lean forward and lift the hands up. Good. Have a seat on the ground.
Oh, we don't need it. Okay. Guess we don't need the kettlebell.
One more warm up real quick. We're just going to do some rolling on the ground. This is an incredibly good exercise for a lot of reasons. You want to gently fire your core so you maintain a round shape. Imagine you're inside of a bubble and you're just going to maintain that position inside the bubble. Roll it back and front.
This massages your spine.
Turn your feet one way. You're going to roll back, and then at the top, turn your feet the other way. So this is going to roll back on one side of your spine, roll up on the other. Now keep them this way, roll back, switch at the top, and roll up. And now in this last one, we're going to roll. We're going to go to a figure 4 position, come up to a kneeling position. You can grab the toe, use the other hand to help you, prop yourself up to this position. Roll back, switch feet, come up on the other side. Last one, roll back, switch, and come up to standing. Just like that.
Ah,
Nice.
that's not one of my favorites.
Nope. All right. Kettlebell, bring it into position. Use your larger bell. Feet on either side. Fold at the hips, sit back into your heels. Grab the handle of the bell, seat your shoulders. Looking up, drive into the heels. And again.
Okay. 5.
Just 5. All right. 10 swings.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10. Alternate now.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Bring it to the rack. Hold the other hand up to your shoulder. Now, you're going to swing the kettlebell. Bring your feet a little narrow. Hold this hand up. You're going to swing it to the side, up and catch it at your shoulder. Sit back into your hips. 2 hands press it overhead. Return. Swing. Stall. 2. 3. 4. 5. Going for 10. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10.
I have a question.
Change hands. Bring it
Before
to
we
the
go to
right.
the other side.
Sure.
So I know that when I'm doing these, I go by my arm is here, but when you have the kettlebell on your side, you don't have that option of making sure that you're using your hip. What is a good tip when you're swinging from the side to make sure that you're using your hips and not swinging your arm?
Well, there's going to be a little bit of arm in for the part of the exercise, but you're going to think of sitting way back into your hips. You can actually do a few of these sort of one-handed swings and bring it up. There you go.
Right.
The further you sit back with your hip, the more easily this is going to be accomplished. Here we go. 1. 2. A full lockout position. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And bring it in, set it down.
All right. I like those.
Yeah, those are good.
Plus, I'm using my heavier kettlebell today, which is a good.
Absolutely.
Bugaboo wants to say hi. Let's see who we have on before we get started on the rest. Have you all met Bugaboo yet?
Karen Heward.
This is Bugaboo.
Gareth Andrews.
She.
Me.
And she usually is snuggled in on the couch when we're doing our workout. Hey, everybody.
Jacob.
Karen. Hey, Karen. 2 Karens. Karen Heward, Karen Pirati. Both of these beautiful ladies. Karen Heward, I know as she was one of my customers. Her and her husband own a business. And Karen is the other Karen. I don't even know if I'm saying your last name right, but you know who I'm talking about. Great friend of mine. We've known each other for a few years. Gareth Andrews, Mindy, so happy to have you here. And let me just wave. We've got quite a few people on Instagram this morning. Mr. Jacob Blackburn, how you doing, buddy? Hope everybody is doing well. And all right, so let's
do it.
Finish up with the rest of our workout.
All right, we're going to move on to the legs. We're going to do some swing to the rack and lunge. These are a very, very powerful cardio exercise.
And great for your legs.
Yeah, these are good.
Rear end.
Okay, so the key here is this. you're going to swing the kettlebell and get under it with your lunge. The truth is, the kettlebell doesn't move very far. If you want to make this technique easier, concentrate on trying to keep the ball relatively still, and you move under it and move away from it when you come back to do your swing.
Can you show us?
Sure. In other words, don't swing it up here and drop down, come up and swing it, right? Keep the ball moving as little as possible. Does that make sense?
Kind
of. This one takes a little finesse. Here we go. Bring the kettlebell to the rack position. You're going to swing and get under the bell into a lunge. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit it down.
I know exactly what you mean.
Because
as you use your hips and you get it under you, it's actually easier to do it.
It's not moving as far. Some of these take a little while to understand. Okay, come on down with kettlebell at your feet in a kneeling position. So one leg knee, one knee is up, one knee is down. Whichever knee is up, take that same hand and grab the kettlebell. Use the other hand to help you. Pull it to a rack position. Squeeze the handle. You can use the other hand to help if you need. Press it overhead to lock out. Straighten the other hand. Look up at the bell.
I use my small.
Kick your hip over.
Yes.
Touch the palm to the floor. Bring the hip back. Readjust, come back to standing. Bicep to the ear in the lockout position. Kick the hip over in your windmill position. Come back. 2. 3. Eyes on the bell all times. 4. 5. Elbow down, bring it in. 2 hands, set it down. Switch feet. Whatever knee is up, same hand, grip the bell. Other hand on top to help bring it to a rack position. Squeeze and crush the handle, press it overhead. Other arm is straight. Look to the bell. Kick your hip over until the hand touches the ground. It comes across, back to a lockout. Hip across. Down, come back. 2. Eyes on the bell. Down. 3. Down. 4. Down. 5. 2 hands on the bell. Bring it to the rack. Sit it down.
Those are hard for me.
They are. They're not an easy exercise.
It's not one of my favorites. All the hard ones are not one of my favorites. But
the thing is, though, it's difficult not because it requires a great deal of strength. It's difficult because it requires a level of coordination of your body that you're just not used to.
Yeah.
Give it a little time. This will become one of your favorite exercises with understanding of it.
Yeah.
But it takes time. It can take a year. I've seen people take a year to fully get comfortable with the windmill series.
Part of what this is all about too, and it's like with any workout that you're doing, whether it's yoga, whether it's a weight workout, cardio, you have to have patience and do this over time. This isn't a quick fix. This is a lifestyle. So just do what you can, use the weights that you can. Don't even worry about it or stress about it. Your body will adapt normally as you go along. So no need to hurry.
Okay, so yesterday we did 50 snatches. Today we're going to do 75. This is going to become 200 over time. So today we just add another 25. We go to 75 snatches. RKC certification is 100 snatches in 5 minutes, and you must use a properly weighted kettlebell. So for me, that would be a 22 kilogram kettlebell. I'm only using a 16 today. The 16?
Yeah.
This is a 35-pound kettlebell.
Okay.
16 kilograms or
sounds light
food.
when you're saying 16 sort of, but
yeah,
in pounds, which is what we measure everything in, is 32 pounds.
Exactly.
That you're swinging around and lifting up over your head.
Okay. So starting with your left hand, reach down, grab the bell. Bring it up all the way overhead to lockout. And try and make this. Now, bring it in real quick. I want to show you something. I'm going to get sideways. Don't bring your snatch out here like a swing. Keep your elbow against your body.
Turn around the other way so they can see your elbow.
So instead of letting your elbow move away from your body, keep your elbow against your body like you're coming to a rack. And it goes straight up. Instead of like a big D, like a capital D, you want it more like a J. Okay. So it's a smaller arc and then straight up. That's the key to this. So here we go. 1. Bring it straight down. 2. 3. 4. 5. Change hands. 1. 2. 3. 4. That's 10. Change hands. 1. 3. 15. 1. 2. 3. 4. That's 20. 1. 2. 3. That's 25. We're using a heavy one today, huh? That's 35. Forty, change hands.
I'm gonna have to switch to my lighter one.
That's fine.
Okay. Whew.
45. Change hands. Breaking into new territory. Change.
Oops.
Change hands, 15 more. Change hands. Last 10. Switch. Last 5. Pull it in. Set it down.
Wow. Now, as you see, I started out with my heavier. How much was that weight on my heavier?
26.5 pounds.
So I started out with 26.5 pounds. I went up in weight, but I could tell that halfway through the thing, I could tell that I wasn't using the right. Yeah, I wasn't.
Not getting the full lockout.
Yeah. So I knew I needed to go down in weight in order to get my form right, because there's no sense in practicing or doing something if you don't have your form right.
Right.
Our mentor has taught us that how you do anything is how you do everything. And it's one of my favorite mottos, and I live by this. How you do anything is how you do everything. And you need to use, when you're working out like this, the correct form, or you're going to work out in the wrong way, right?
True.
So if you feel like your form is not there, go down in weight. It's okay. You still have a hell of a workout. And I was able to do like half of it with the heavier weight. So the next time we do it, I will start out again with the heavier weight. And your arm is on your Facebook thing.
Oh.
Oops. Anyway, so happy to have you here today. Thank you so much for being here with us. Sending you love, peace, joy, happiness, and abundance to all of those in the world who need it today. And for those of you who are suffering today, some extra dose of love. We love you. So happy to have you here with us every morning, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. for our kettlebell training. And also you get some inspiring words and some inspiration on how we live our lives. So we've got you covered. Have a fantastic day, everybody. We love you.
Have a lovely. Accidentally.